In ARIS, it's also possible to define workflows to execute inside the ARIS products. Here we have different tasks. Below each of the tasks we have some additional information in where we can indicate, for example, if the task is to check if who is the responsible of the process, or if the task is, for example, to send an email. In all this case, we need additional information, and this information is indicated by this way. Also, it's possible to define the forms of the dialogues. These dialogues are also created with ARIS, and in this case, by this way, we define all the workflow that we want to execute inside ARIS. In this case, it is for being able, both for the modelers as for the people who is in the publishing side, to propose a change request. In this case, I have not installed an SMTP server, so there is no email integration in this case, but of course it can be done. After creating the workflow, we deploy it on the server. For that, we generate the executable process. The executable process has been created and it is available in the server. And now we go to execute it. For example, if we are here in the modeling side and we want to propose a new change, in this case, this workflow, the way to check who is the responsible, analyze this attribute. This attribute is filled for this model. In this case, the responsible person is Peter May. If we are in the model, just we click here, appears all the workflows that can be executed for this kind of model. In this case, we select this one. Now appear the form in where we will indicate the change to propose. For example, the priority. Complete. And then now we will receive a message indicating that our instance, our process, our petition has been executed properly. Now, Peter May, if we have integration with the email server, Peter May will receive an email, but in this case, as I told before, I have not integration with the email, so there is no mails are sent. And Peter May has to access to the ARIS process board, in where he will see the task to review the change request that has been created some minutes ago. If we click here, appear a new form, a new window. Peter May analyze the change request, or also can be added a document or whatever you want. He define if it must be approved or rejected, and for example, he decide to apply it, to do it, and here he can select the modeler who will do it. I select a person named Joanna Feldman. I put here my comments and I approve, and automatically this task will be deleted from here and a new task will be created for Joanna Feldman. And by this way, till the end, in where the change will be applied. If we are as a viewer in the publishing side, we are located here now in the same process that I will show it before. Here is the overview, steps, diagram, and here we have the attributes. Here we will see that the person responsible is Peter May, and from here we can execute also the workflow. If I am a user that is seeing this this diagram and decide to propose something, just execute this workflow, and I include my own petitions. The executable process has been started, and if we go again to the Peter May process board and we refresh, here we will see a new change request, but in this case coming from the publishing side. If we go to the process administrator console, we can see here all the executable processes that are possible to be started in the server. Here we can have different versions of the same executable process, and here we have the 2 instances that has been executed some minutes ago. And here we have all the details, the history of the different task, manual or automatic, that has been executed, and also a console with more technical information in order to detect some possible errors. For example, if during the process is trying to check something and this something not exist, it's possible to detect by this way the possible errors. Here we can check if all the instances are running fine or failed, and also here we have more additional technical information.